Welcome back, my good people. Welcome back to another episode of Pips and Points. I'm your host, Jono, and today we're going to be talking about what we've always been talking about since we started this channel, Nas100. Most likely going to be adding in other pairs as well, so I'll surprise you as we move forward through this video. But for the most part, we're just going to be talking about the Nas100 and opportunities that we're going to be taking advantage of as they present itself. And the next thing I want to add is this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a regular guy that is just trading the markets and giving out how I would approach certain situations, and you can look at it too and see if you like how I come up with what I come up with. So so literally, thanks for coming over and watching. Let's get into it. Right, so the last time that we spoke, which was on the 21st of December, so 6 days has passed since the last time we did a video, is that the market was around this level right here, and it's giving us all of this, right? And I explained why I wasn't going to buy the market, and I'm still upholding it now. So had I bought it there, I would have been in profit, all right? But however, I like to follow my rules. I like to stick to my rules, because by me sticking to the rules and following the rules that I've come up with for myself, I do way better in the market. And sometimes by staying out of the market, it actually helps in understanding the markets that much better. Okay, so moving forward, I would like to talk about two situations that I'm looking at right now, providing we get a pullback. So just to get into it, right now we have a red wick that has appeared after a number of parabolic blues. Okay, and this wick appeared on the 23rd of December, right? So 23rd of December is when we got this wick. Now we need this next one to be a red all the way down to give me a certain amount of confidence in regards to how low I think that possible red can go. And the confidence that I'm looking for is, I believe that red, so if we get another red coming down, another red candlestick coming down, I believe it's gonna come around here somewhere, right? I believe it's gonna come around here somewhere, which is what I want, because this here is the sweet spot. This area, this golden box right here. Where's my arrows? So this box right here is the golden spot of where I would like to buy, if it's anywhere from between the 29th of December and where we are right now, which is the 26th of December, but the markets will be open from the 27th. So you just say 27th, between the 27th and the 29th, in this area is definitely a buy. Anything after this area is a super sell. Now from the 29th December until the 4th of February, this area will be ideal, and we only need it to get here once, and then we're going to jump in. Well, I'm going to jump in basically, right? And this is what I would do. So that's what I'm hoping for, and we're going to see if that's what the market delivers. And you're probably wondering, why do I think that? Well, basically, I'm looking at lower lows being produced, right? Lower lows being produced that are forming a kind of a pattern. So we have a lower low here and we have a lower low here, right? So there's a very good chance that I might get, well, the markets might give us another lower low somewhere in this box. Not a guarantee, but there is a good chance that could happen. So that's what I'm hoping for. Okay, so I'm hoping to get in about here, and how that would look. How that will look in itself is, so if I bring in a Fibonacci's, I can just do that, right? Yep, so we can just do that. And what the Fibonacci is basically telling me, that at 1572 would be the perfect entry point, and my stops will either be 1544 of 15.16. So stop 1, stop 2. Stop 1 is the biggest stop to make sure nothing goes wrong, and there's stop 2, which is make sure that obviously everything is more or less covered. And then there is my entry point, which is going to be here, and where I could potentially hope to jump off. And at this level, 100% is where I would be getting off. It's where I'll be getting off. So at this level right here, it's where I'll be getting off, and that is 100%. Do you know what I mean? And those are the Fibonacci levels of what to do. So I'm just waiting. I'm just gonna wait and see if this thing pulls back down. If it pulls back down to this area, that's when we're gonna hop on and take advantage of that entire situation. There is a lot more that I don't think there's any more I can add in that in regards to that situation there, because this is what is happening now. So this is what is happening right now, which is this is the area of support. I'm in resistance here, right? And if it breaks through, then this is doing what it should have done, and I should have picked up here when I believed I should have picked up. I should have done that. But hey, you win some, you lose some. But I'm fairly confident it's gonna come back down. It's gonna come back down to either this area here or this area, and it's gonna take a few days to do that. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it. Okay. Now the next asset that I'm now gonna go into to talk about, no, don't want to do that. It is going to be, let's get rid of that. I'm just thinking EURUSD. Okay, yep. So first things first, let's look at gold, because we talked about gold, right? And I actually thought I was super happy last week when it was coming in close to about this area, and I thought it was going to pull back, but it looks like it's flying up. So in this case, what do you do if this was you holding that position? I would continue to hold. And why would I continue to hold? Why would you continue to hold if it's going in this position? Why would you continue to hold? And that is an important question. That's an important question. Well, we have a support level here. So if I was comfortable and I was trading, right? I was trading this and it's got to this level, I will be adding more sales at this level right here. I'll be adding more sales at this level right here, just because, and I really should have checked this first before I said that. Just bear with me a moment. Yeah, I still think it's a righteous place, so I would definitely add it going to a lower time frame. And my apologies for the sirens in the background. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I will be putting in a sell order here, right? I'll be putting a sell order at that level, so I'll still stick with that. I'll still stick with this assumption. I'll stick with the sell order down here, and because I believe it's going to break down and come back to about here. That is my opinion. That's what I think gold could potentially do, and we're going to watch it and track it and see if it does that. If it hits the stop, then it's hit the stop. That's it happens to. Okay, so we're going to leave that. So we've looked at gold, see how well that position is holding, and now we're going to take a look at silver. Okay, and silver is doing exactly what I thought it was going to do. 1,000,000%. It is behaving itself totally. It is being well behaved. Silver is actually behaving like a gentleman. I like that. Silver is behaving itself nicely. is doing what I believe it was going to do, and now we're going to see if it's going to continue to trend up and get into the area where we can bring in our trailing stop, another trailing stop, and obviously stop loss. I mean, take profit. Boom, right at the top. Right, and this we did on the 17th of December. 17th of December was, I think, is when I actually set this up. Let me just have a quick look to see. No, 20th of December. No, 20th of December is when I laid this out. So yeah, so and 20th of December we got the sweet spot, right? Let me actually bring in the fib levels and see if the fib, because I literally used fib on this trade, but without knowing that that's what I did. Just because, like, if you've been doing this for a while, sometimes you just get it right without even checking. And look, bing, ideal, right there. Right there is where we got it. We covered the funnel, which is exactly what you want to do, textbook approach. And look at that, it is looking fantastic. It is looking fantastic already. It is looking fantastic already. At the moment, it's still not 1-to-1, so the stop is still bigger than the profit that we have at the moment. So we're going to need a little bit more before we can even think about even potentially bringing in a trailing stop. Now remember, this is a phantom trade that we put on. It's not actually a real trade. We just put this on just to see if the technicals is relatively solid. And if you go back to the previous videos and check what all this is, you see that everything is where it's supposed to be, and nothing has changed, and this is it's a righteous bet. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at EURUSD, see what kind of movement we got there and what we could potentially do. So this is how I left it last week, right? So last week when we done it, this is how I left it. I wasn't sure how to trade it, right? And this is where it is. This is where it is right now. So at this point, what would I be thinking about doing? Okay, and it could easily break this roof right here, but I would be selling. I will be selling from here down. I'll be selling from here all the way down to about here, and then I will put in another sell from here downwards. But this area would be the sweet spot for me. In here and in here. This would be the sweet spot for me. Just because this whole area, this whole funnel that we've got right now makes sense. It makes sense to me right now. And any buys I'll be placing at this particular level. But however, I'm still slightly confused in regards to what's going on with EURUSD because of this little structure over here. That's just a matter of fact. All the way down here actually. And that's just based on what happens in this funnel. I still don't know what to expect in this funnel, what I expect it to do. At the same time, you can actually tell on a daily, it's not really telling you what he wants to do and how he wants to do it. It's just faffing around. It's literally just faffing around in there. It's not really giving any clues as to how he wants to behave, how he wants to do, how he just wants to how he wants to move. All it's basically doing is just giving us really small wicks and bouncing up and down in that funnel. And yeah, so for this, what you're going to need to do is go through all the previous videos in regards to all the ones that I've tagged in EURUSD, just to basically get an idea as to what I have been talking about in the past, the opportunities that I have been looking for, and this is the first opportunity that's been given so far. And so do you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to go in here and we're going to put in a phantom trade in here. I'm going to put in a phantom trade in here to see if that's going to pull off. So let's get rid of all of this, get rid of all of that. Okay, we're Gonna see where Fibonacci puts it. So we're gonna do okay, so Fibonacci recommends I can do a market buy right now, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a market buy, which is not actually a market buy because this is a phantom trade, right? It's not real. If it's real, I'll tell you. And the only real one that I'm going to be doing for now that I can think of, it is the Nas100, and we're going for 100%. Actually, we're going to the tip of that, so we're going for the whole thing. All right. And this is it. And this is it. This is it right now. This is it. So this is what we got going on. This is how we're going to play it, and we're going to see what happens when market opens. So market ain't open at the moment. It will be opening very soon, and when it opens soon, we're going to see if we hit any type of our targets, if we met any of those, or if they weren't met. Once again, I apologize for the siren in the background. So we've done the EURUSD, and we've done Nas100, and we've looked at the other two assets that we've been tracking, which is silver and gold. Okay, so we're going to leave it here for now. I want to thank you for coming over and watching. I definitely appreciate you all. I hope you all had an amazing Christmas. I hope the new year is going to be awesome for everyone, all of us. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, and possibly leave us a comment as to how you found this video and what are your thoughts on what you've seen today. So massive love going out to all of you guys, wherever you're watching us, or wherever you're watching me actually. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next video.